All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, honor, that's due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak, Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you brothers out there preaching and teaching on the highways and byways of sincerity and the truth. Shalom, Barakatham. It's your brother Yara, man. I want to speak on a topic, all right, which is leveraging the balance between having patience and having a sense of urgency. Now, when you read the scriptures, there are plenty of scriptures that advise you to do both. You know, Salakia is noisy, brothers. I got this window down. This AC is not the best in here, but there's going to be plenty of scriptures that remind you of both. All right, one is to definitely have the virtue of patience, but then it also speaks about not tarrying, not putting things off, not procrastinating. All right, and now how do you balance those things? You know, between each other. You know, so for some of you new brothers that are coming into the faith, that are watching and are learning, all right, when it speaks about that patience, that's pretty much after you've gotten this truth. All right, after you've started to eat the roll. All right, you started to get more understanding. Because when you really think about it, the people of this world that have not forsaken the old man, that have not fled Babylon, so to speak, spiritually, that have not come out of her, my people, as it says in Revelation 18, well, those people don't need patience, all right? Patience means to suffer over a period of time, all right? Now, the reason that we're suffering over a period of time is because we want this kingdom to end. These people do not, man. They're at enmity with us, man. They're at enmity with the Most High. So they're not. So the things that they go through, the things that they're waiting on, doesn't require patience because they already have the kingdom or a version of it in their mind. They think that they're going to get a slice of what Esau's got on this side, man. But that slice is going to be a slice of destruction. All right. So when you hear the scripture speak about being patient, it's talking to those of you who are in the race, man. All right. Now, the important thing in the race, all right, is again, it sounds counterintuitive, but to be patient. But it's not it's not that kind of race where whoever the fastest man across the finish line, you know, he wins. You know, it's a different type of race. It's a marathon. You know, and marathons require patience and pacing. All right, when you pace yourself and you pace your steps, all right, you spread them out over a certain period of time. You only exert X amount of energy over a certain period of time. All right, your body can do a lot better at recovery if the pacing of everything is on par, man. Now, if you're in a shape where you can run fast and, you know, run at that speed. But if you're not, you got to pace yourself, man. When you read Matthew, the 25th chapter, it speaks about the virgins. There were 5 virgins that were wise and 5 that were foolish. All right? And the parable goes how they took oil out at night and didn't trim their lamps. Okay? And what happened at midnight is they ran out of oil, man. All right? And that's basically the main thing on patience. All right. So when you see brothers that are breaking things down and he's got all of this knowledge, a lot of brothers have been in it for a long time, man. A lot of brothers have been laboring and studying for a long time. That's not something you're going to get immediately. All right. And you may not learn everything that they know on this side at all, man. And we got to be content with that. Because some brothers are just going to be better at history. Some brothers are going to be better at remembering precepts. Some brothers are going to be better at breaking things down and teaching, you know. Some others are going to be better with vocabulary, better with Hebrew. All right, some people are going to be just better when they are on the line speaking, you know, quick with it. Now, every brother's going to be different in that regard, but you can't look at it, you know, in that regard. All right, and so. Another thing that brothers might look at and see and say, well, okay, we're supposed to be patient. Well, Why does it speak about hastening the day? Why does it speak about not tarrying? Why does it speak about not putting off? Well, that goes to not putting off the coming into the fold, man. You know, so you can be, you know, a sheep that's a part of the flock already, or you could be a sheep that has heard the voice, turn their head, and you're walking in that direction. All right, that's what the Lord is requiring of us, because not every brother is going to have 5-10 years on them in the truth that gets up in a chariot. You know, there's going to be last minute brothers that stagger in, you know, and you might say, well, that's not fair either, but the Lord does what he wants to do, man. You know, you could say that, you could say the same for the apostles, man. They've been laboring, you know, for 40 years, right? And all the brothers in after them are going to get a chance, all right, to get that penny, which represents the kingdom of heaven. All right. So we have a sense of urgency when it comes to turning back and repenting to the Most High. All right. We have a sense of urgency when it comes to doing the right thing, you know, for the Most High, you know, showing up to camp, you know, studying. All right. Those are the things that you want to have a sense of urgency about yourself, man. Responding to brothers and getting back to them, you know. But in terms of your growth in this thing, that's not something that you want to rush. You want to put your all into it, but you're going to progress at the pace that the Spirit wants you to progress, man. You know, and that's going to be slower than others. Some brothers are going to grow, get it immediately, and run on with it. You know, but every brother has his measure, man. And remember, brothers have more talent than you see done on videos, man. Some brothers are good with finances. All right, some brothers are good with administrative work, you know. Some brothers are just charitable. Some brothers are good at finding good news articles and prophecies, man, or that links to prophecies, you know. So not every skill and every gift is going to be apparent right in your face, you know, at face value to what every brother offers. All right, you just have to have the faith to know that Yahweh Shai, all right, he chose every stone for this temple that we're building, all right, for a specific reason, man, you know. And really all we got to do, now that we understand what's going on, we still have to maintain that sense of urgency, which is going to underpin the level of fear that we have. We can always tell how much a man fears the Lord by his actions, man. You know, how does he deal with brothers? Is he diligent? Does he do videos? Does he inquire? Does he ask questions? All right. Is he making excuses to do something that his flesh wants to do, but he's not sure about? All right. A man that fears the Lord, he's going to err on the side of caution. Now, over a period of time, you may see brothers that lax on certain things. Some brothers are more convicted in the spirit about certain things. Maybe how they keep the Shabbat. Maybe how they observe certain high holy days. All right. You know, through growth in the spirit, through growth in a period of time, you know, you're not as timid as the Lord gonna destroy me if I do this and that, you know, and that comes with growth, man. But if you have that spirit on you now, man, of conviction, of feeling a guilt, you know, for every little thing, although that's anxiety inducing, that's actually a very good thing, you know. And the reason that that's a good thing is because that's a marker that the fear of the Lord is on you, man. And that's the one thing you need to pray that the Lord never takes away from you. All right, is the fear. Okay, you know, stay locked in on these things. Pay attention, man. Don't be so quick to talk. All right, you know, listen when you go out about in your day to day. All right, you may have family members that are Christians that are maybe they knew about the Israelites and they're in the truth. All right, and I would advise you, man, to deal with them sparingly, man. You know, don't feel the need to go up there and start cutting family members. You know, you learn the truth. All right, and you want to go to your old church and start cutting them up. You know, ultimately, man, those people are going to be destroyed. You know, focus your mindset on how would you take it, right? If the Most High took the thing or the family member or the person in your life that you love the most, and he said they ain't gonna make it, they're gonna be destroyed, how would you take it? That's what you need to be putting your resources into, man. Because we're getting ready to go into an hour of temptation, man. Okay, you so focused on trying to get family members converted over into the truth. All right, going through precepts, putting all your energy on that. All right, when you haven't worked out in your own mind, how are you going to handle it if the Lord just cuts them off? All right, you know, there's no way around it. Not everybody in our family is going to make it. As a matter of fact, the majority of the people in our family are not going to make it, man. A lot of us are going to be the only ones in our family that makes it, man. You know, because the Lord it says many are called, but few are chosen. And so that's the thing that you got to remember. You have what you call a pearl of great price. All right, you're not to sell it. You're to hold on to it, man. That's where that patience comes in, because you already got that pearl, man, which represents the truth and the kingdom. You know, but ultimately, man, you wanna run with it like you're a running back, man. You know, running back, they don't run with the ball. Like you tuck it in, all right, and you run, man. All right, you don't play around with that, you know. But be in the mindset of having to separate yourselves, all right, and that's gonna require a lot of understanding, man, a lot of maturity, you know. And so, you know, number one, you know, make sure you exercise patience when it comes to your walk in the truth, all right. And then if you have not, if you're on the other side of the line, or you're just still watching, or you're learning, you know, remember the other side of it too is don't tarry, man. All right, you're not, when the scriptures say don't tarry and put not off the Lord day to day, it's not talking about become a scriptural expert, all right, overnight. It's talking about putting off the old man and getting your ass out there. Help, man. You know, you can have, you know, bring out some water, or you can, you know, help brothers with whatever they need, or just show up, man. You know, you don't have to do anything, just show up, you know. And the Lord is going to measure, all right, the diligence of a man by their actions, man. You can't say a man is diligent in the truth, and then he does one video every 3 weeks, or he goes to camp, you know, hit or miss here or there. No, man. All right. And the reason that spirit is on us, you know, at Great Millstone, is because we have a job to do, man. This is not about us. All right, we have a job to do. We have to get the message out, and the level of effort that you put in is going to be directly reflected in how the Lord takes care of you when the time comes. All right, and mark my words, there will be a day where you have no other choice but to call on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to help you, man. Because that's what we're getting ready to go into, man. The scriptures say He's gonna lift up a standard for us, man. All right, that's gonna be a prerequisite for salvation, because look at us, man. We don't have any power over this place, you know. So you know, keep those two things in mind and in balance with one another, man. You want to have a sense of urgency about doing the work, about turning and repenting, all right, and coming back. But you also want to have a level of patience when you get in. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's remind me of that movie Creed. All right. The third one, I didn't see the second one. But his boy got out of jail. His name was Dame, and you know Donnie, you know, rock with him from back in the day, and he was guilty. He kind of felt bad because he got locked up a long time ago. But see, Dame, he had been practicing, but he wasn't, because he had been locked up for so long. He wasn't a boxer. You know, he wasn't a professional boxer. But what did he want? He not only wanted to become a boxer, but he wanted to jump straight to the championship fight. You know. And that's the thing that you don't want to do. You want to have an urgency to become the boxer, all right? But you don't want to be trying to jump straight into a championship fight your first, second match. You know what I mean? So that's the balance of it all right? You know, keep a humble spirit about you, but have a sense of urgency in terms of how you interact with the world. You know, if you got people in there that you kind of still have to deal with, you know, you're working on, you know, cutting them out or changing your circles up, you know, that's the kind of thing you want to have a sense of urgency on, man. You know, is being able to isolate yourself from this world. But in terms of your practice and the truth, man, be patient, man. Reach out to brothers, ask questions. You know, it's all gonna work out if you're diligent and the Lord has mercy on you. You know, which is what we pray for every day. So I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachakwadash Wa Abba Baba Shalom.